What's going on, everyone? Septic Airsoft here. Today I'm bringing you my review of the Norvitsch SSP-1. So, quickly guys, what I'm going to be showing you guys later in the video is I'm going to be showing you guys a range test, and I'm also going to be showing you how many BBs I was getting on one filled gas mag. So I'll show you guys that footage, and we'll get into it a bit later, and I'll explain it a bit more so later as well. So, starting guys, if you watch my unboxing, you guys know I had a couple issues. My carrying case was broke during transit, even though the box it came in was clearly fine, so I think it was actually broken before it actually shipped out to me, which is disappointing. But anyways, beyond that guys, you also knew I was having to push on the slide or push it from the back to actually engage the safety. That is still the case. If my slide is not pushed forward, and if it's just slightly out of whack, I need to make sure I push it slightly forward, and then the safety will engage. So that's still another issue I was having. My nozzle has still not worked in, and I've done quite a few mags through this. It's very stuck. I had a tech look at it, and there's just nothing. There's nothing that could be done to improve that. I was told by Norvitsch over time that will work in over itself, but obviously it just hasn't yet. I had a quick question for you guys, as any techs out there. If the nozzle is sticking like that, would it make the mag use more gas to do a full cycle each shot? Because look how hard that is. So the gas is having to push even more gas out to do a full cycle. Is that possible? I don't know if that's even possible. I just want to ask you tech guys out there if that would even be a thing. But yeah, anyways, I only did one game of this, and the reason why was I was having a lot of issues with it. Another issue I was having with the Norvitsch mags was I was starting to light strike. Pretty much what that means is, guys, just so you guys know, I don't have a mag in there now, is when there's a mag in there with gas and BBs, you go to fire, it's, you rack it back, you put a BB and you're ready to fire. That's pretty much what happens. The mag's in there with gas, and that's all that happens, is like the hammer just light strikes the valve and doesn't push out any gas. I might have some terminology wrong, but just let me know if that is the case. Just let me know. I might have explained that a bit wrong, but that's what it's doing now. It's light striking. Another issue I noticed, I've gamed it once and did my range test and my chrono test, and my serial number is actually starting to rub off already. I'm going to try to get my camera. As you can see, his A is a bit darker than the rest. In person, it actually looks 10 times worse, that the A is actually starting to rub off already. I did one single game, 10-15 minute game, and some range tests, and my serial number is already coming off, which leads me to believe the laser engraving isn't done well here, which means it might come off. Norvitsch SSP might also rub off easily as well, which sucks because that's what gives your gun character: your own serial number and his name, and then the model of your gun. So that's another issue I also noticed, which is just kind of a bit of a disappointment anyway. Anyway, beyond that, I did a couple experiments for you guys as well. I tried ArmorWorks mags, WE mags, which is technically ArmorWorks anyway, KJ Works mags, and Tokyo Marui mags. All feed fine, all work great, and actually I noticed the gun had a lot more kick with some of those mags, especially the ArmorWorks mags. This gun felt like it was kicking even harder with that mag. I don't know how that's even possible. It was just weird. It was a lot snappier than with the Norvitsch mags. So yeah, anyways, this review took a bit longer to get out. I wanted to do it sooner, but I've actually been talking to Norvitsch himself on Facebook. He messaged me. We were talking back and forth. He offered me to take all three of my gas mags and exchange them for CO2. So I was like, oh, winter's coming. Maybe that's a good idea. But then I did my research, and people were saying they're only getting one full mag to a mag and a half if they're lucky on a CO2 cartridge. And even then, the first 4 to 6 shots are firing hot. So you'd have to load the mag, shoot it 4 or 6 times until you're within the FPS limits. You know what I mean? Because if you slap a new mag in and go shooting someone, you're shooting them with a hot gun, which could be up to around 370, 380 FPS. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of mad people and probably get you banned off a site if you were to use that, unless you go to a site that allows pistols to fire a bit hotter than 350. But most of my sites, not most of them, all the sites I go to are 350 on pistols without exceptions. And most sites don't even the ones I go to don't even let you use CO2 as well. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, guys. I'm going to say this. If you ordered one from batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, you might not have these issues, okay? This is my personal opinion on my product, this SSP-1. I know there's people out there that are loving theirs, having zero issues. I just don't want people to go, oh, it's a good product. Why are you making fun of it? And why are you hating on it? It's like, I will tell you this. Any review you find on my channel, whether it's given to me by my sponsor, or I pay out of pocket, just like the Norvitsch SSP-1, I'm going to give you an honest review. Simple. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to tell you all the issues. I'm going to tell you all the pros. That's just how I am, and that's what people need to know what they're buying. So your experience might differ. It might be worse. It might be a lot better. I have a friend that owns one, loves it, and he has no issues whatsoever. So it just might have been bad quality control and a bad lemon on my part, unfortunately. But what that means is, though, is I don't want to keep it. So I might be either refunding it, but I have to pay for the return postage out of pocket. But I know a couple people that want one, and I might just sell it on for a bit cheaper and take a bit of a loss, so that way I could have the money quicker and go buy something else to use and review, which is probably going to be a Tokyo Marui high kappa at this point. So that's pretty much it, guys. I can't really give you how it's going to perform over months time and stuff, because I am getting rid of it. The gun itself feels good. When it does shoot good, and everything about it I do like. But the fact that the serial number's rubbing off, not the Norvitsch under the S's there are starting to rub just slightly, ever so slightly. I'm just gonna, like, once these are gone, the character's pretty much gone in my eyes. You just got like a plain black gun. There's nothing that pops about it. That's what gives that the extra character, in my opinion. But due to the issues with the mags, I've had tech look at it and all this stuff. I just can't deal with the headache anymore. It just left such a bad taste in my mouth, and the fact that I have to pay for the return postage. When I bought a product that was supposed to be working, I shouldn't have to pay for the return postage. Like, I'm not saying I pay and then get reimbursed. I have to pay and I don't get reimbursed for that return postage. That's what bugs me. Anyway, it's kind of put me off getting another product from Norvitsch, as much as I would like to get an SSG and get the M40A3 body and stuff like that. I think after this experience and just the wait time on everything, like to hear back and stuff, and I'm not even kidding you, I am patient, but over a week to get simple questions answered and stuff like that, it's just no, it's just not for me. Unfortunately, guys, this is my review of it, and I wouldn't recommend it just based on this. But like I said, people's experiences are going to be different. There's people that love it, it's firing great, and all this stuff, but unfortunately I'm just not willing to stick with it that long. I've ran into new issues over my old issues, and I tried contacting to get the mags replaced, and I just can't. It's just not happening. So I'm going to leave you guys with some footage here of the range test, which was I was doing with a WE mag, and then I'm going to show you guys the Norvitsch mags with the light striking issue I was talking about, and also how much gas I was getting on one full mag, and then I'm going to conclude everything at the end of the video. So I'll just quickly get you guys to check that out. See you in a sec. And yeah, so we're just going to do a range test. I got 2.8s in there. I set the hop. We're just going to see the range. It's quite windy today, anywhere between 10 to maybe 17 mile-an-hour winds. Quite windy for the pistol, but we're using 2.8s. So we're going to now shoot it, see what the range is like, and give you guys a kind of a real environment, not in a indoor CQB scenario where weather effects are actually going to take its toll on the gun's performance. So here we go. So we're gonna aim at the car quick, see how we get on. Hit it. So they're dipping a bit, and they're going a bit left, so a bit more hop, and I could probably be getting a bit more accurate shots. We're gonna aim at this little green carriage. No problem. We're just gonna see what else to aim at here. We're gonna we'll aim at this blue thing here. No problem. All right, this brown barrel. All right, the car's a bit farther away. Let's see if we can hit the car. Yep. With ease. So that's pretty good range, and this is quite heavy wind. It's pushing against the BB, it's pushing this way, and really hard against the BB, so that's pretty impressive. So let's see where else we could hit. Car's there. See that little siren green thing? Past the car right there, the little square. Dipped it. So 2 hits. It's pretty decent range from here to there. Give or take, I don't know, about, I'm trying to think how many meters that would be. 40 maybe, a but we're outside, a bit windy. Those black tires are at least about another 5 to 8 meters away from that, so we're gonna aim at the black tires, see if we can hit it. That was a hit. That was also a hit. So I could hit the black tires. Where else can I go? Ah, come out here. Come with me, guys. I'm gonna aim at the van. Oh, out of gas. So we're just gonna see how many BBs we can get. What? That was weird. 1, 2, 3. So, not even half a mag. Still lots of gas in there. Still a recent amount of tension on the valve itself. Ran into the feeding issue. So, try that again. Ran into the feeding issue again. Nope. Feeding issue is still persisting. This is just ridiculous. I can't even show you guys how many BBs. Well, you know what? This is ridiculous. These mags. This mag is. Let's see if I want to drive. All right. It seems so sluggish. Like there's no BBs in it. Look, and it's running out of gas. It's not even doing a full cycle almost. So to conclude this review, guys, pretty much in the video, as you can see, the range was pretty good on the SSP-1 when it actually fired. It was really windy that day, like 15 mile an hour, maybe even 20 mile an hour winds, and it was still making target. So the gun itself, when it actually fires, was shooting spot on, which was nice to see. That was with the WE mag I was using then. When I was doing to see how many BBs we could get on one filled mag, those were the Norvitsch mags. So at the start of the shoot test, I had the light strike, then I cleared it and then redid it, and then as you can see, as I was shooting, I started noticing that there wasn't any BBs coming out, so I started having the feeding issues. And then as you kind of could tell after about so many shots, it just starts sounding more and more sluggish, like it was running out of gas, and it wasn't doing a full cycle. So I keep thinking that has something to do with the nozzle sticking, but I don't know if that's the case. What I'm going to quickly show you guys here is some photos of when I took the feeding lips off. I found out the metal, like I mentioned when I did the range test, the metal is kind of pinched in the one mag, which was causing feeding issues. The feeding lip's not even on, and the that mag was having feeding issues with 4 different types of brand BBs. So I'll just quickly show you those photos. And pretty much what my final conclusion on the SSP-1, guys, the gun itself, you know, if you don't get like I said, a lemon, I think you'll enjoy it. Until the mag issues are fixed, I would probably just stick to buying Tokyo Marui mags or ArmorWorks mags and stay away from the gas Norvitsch mags until the feeding lips are, you know, fixed and they actually hold the proper amount of gas. Unless, of course, like I said, I'm not sure if that's a problem with my gun making the mag go through so much gas, or if it's just my mags that are faulty, besides just feeding issues, but the gas as well. I'm not totally sure. Let me know what you guys think of this review. I know this isn't the review you guys were probably hoping to hear and have me do, but I wanted to give you guys something and kind of give you guys an explanation of why you're not going to see it in any more videos, and to let you guys know my personal opinion on it as well. So anyway, till next time, guys, happy gaming to you, and I'll see you on the next one.